Nonsense! You are gonna give me back every piece that you took.
Unless you die a ninja.
Okay.
Well, that was weird. Huh. Hello. It is I, Xavier Harkley. I am your cyberpunk handyman for hire. And what is a handyman in the world of cyberpunk, you may ask? I'm a person that gets their hands dirty so you don't have to. Do you need things found? I'm your guy. Do you need things unfound? I'm your guy. Bodyguard? I'm your guy. Body unguard? Let me get back to you on that one. Need someone to help you solve a crime because the cops are price gouging you because nothing is free in the dystopian nightmare that is Neon City. I'll give it my best shot, but don't expect a whole lot. I mean, this is really outside my expertise, my wheelhouse, but I'll do my best. Of course, that's all just pretend. It's all make-believe in our imaginations. In reality, I am a published author, writer, artist, designer, Renaissance man, sex icon, voted Sexiest Man of 2023. 2024 is just around the corner. Let's go for 2 years in a row. And I love playing video games. The thing I love playing more than playing video games is playing video games with my friends while we goof on these fucking games because they're all ridiculous. Every game, no matter how good it is ridiculous somehow. Oh, hey chat, I didn't see you walk in. Why don't you have a seat on my couch and we'll play this ridiculous game called Juggernaut. Oh, let me turn down the sick BGM a little bit. It has been a crazy week, let me tell you. I did not expect to get sick like I did. I had like really bad flu starting Wednesday. Just like unstoppable coughing fits that just obliterated my throat. So the next day, I actually had to leave work early because I could not make it through the whole day. So I go home. I immediately hit that thing with copious amounts of like chicken soup, vitamin C, Halls, Mucinex, NyQuil, and just all sorts of things. And I just try to sleep it off. The next day, the coughing fits are better in that they are less frequent. However, every time I cough and sneeze, it feels like somebody's trying to rip open my ribcage. Thankfully, that was only for a day. The next day, the coughing fits were still down. The cough was more horsed, but it was no longer on my chest. It only took a couple more days for me to stop coughing up snot. Still a wee bit today, but finally, all the other things that were wrong with me have finally stopped, and I'm finally well enough to put in some time, some hours here on Juggernaut. So, that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Potentially finishing Juggernaut. Can you imagine? Yes, I'm going to be getting out some alcohol for this because we gonna need it. Now, I do want to let you guys know that there will not be a stream tomorrow because tomorrow morning I have a dentist's appointment. We're finally going to get that bad tooth looked at. And depending on how tomorrow goes, if they decide to work on it right then and there, because it's one of those dentists where they do everything there. They even make their own replacements, they their own fillings, their own caps, their own crowns. They do all that shit in-house. Apparently I can go in, get a cleaning, get a filling, and all in the same day. As opposed to, well, we did a cleaning, and now you're in a terrible amount of pain, we'll see you in 2 weeks. So there's a strong possibility, depending on how tomorrow goes, that I may not want to talk to anybody or talk at all for the rest of the day. You know, it is what it is. You gotta take care of your teeth, and part of getting your life back together is getting your teeth healthy, getting your body healthy. But that's, that's the personal shtick. So on top of all that, I'm officially on my month-to-month rent. My lease has officially expired. I am now on month-to-month, and I officially move out of my apartment in January. In early January, and then we'll just do some cleanup. And we're out by the end of that, and we're done, and we're out by the end of that month. So, streaming in January will be a little funny until I get that sorted with where I'm going to be staying. But this is not a negative. This is a positive thing that's happening. Me getting out of this apartment and going somewhere, which will put me in a sort of transitory place where I am between locations as I am studying to get my certificates to get that much better job. You know, I make a respectable amount of money per year, and I think I would like to get the certs so I can add an additional 10 to 20 grand annually to that. I think I'd like to move up to the next tax bracket. But that's just me. You might still hear some illness in my throat. But I promise you I'm doing okay. I actually slept really good today. As opposed to yesterday, where I did not sleep good at all. Yesterday, I woke up at like 7 in the morning after going to bed at 5 because I had some acid reflux. So I'm like, okay, we'll go to the fridge, we'll drink some milk, we'll put the fire out, and then we'll go lay back down. So I wake up about 11 o'clock in the morning and find out I didn't make it to the fridge. Somehow I woke up in my office chair. Sitting up. I knew as soon as my body learned how to fall asleep while sitting up, dangerous times were in my future. Damn shame. Alright. It's time to fire up some Juggernaut. Now, as I mentioned before last time, the plan for games right now, because we unlocked the Halo... You guys unlocked the Halo 2 subscriber goal. We're going to finish Juggernaut. We're going to finish Musashi. And we're going to finish Kamen Rider. And then we're just going to do nothing but Halo 2 until it's done. Oh, yeah. I learned that while I was on vacation. I was watching my brother play Asura's Wrath, and it was great. And then I woke up, and it was like 4 hours later. My parents were like, we didn't even know you was asleep. Normally, you snore like a motherfucking machine, and you didn't make any noise. Alright, let's load up the Juggernaut. I forget what disc we're on, so we're just going to load up disc 1, and it will tell us when we load up the save file. Alright. I got some of my vacation scotch left over. I've also got in the fridge, chilling right now, a jar of moonshine. Fruit punch moonshine. It's like 80 proof. Only the epic power of blues can get our hands closer to feeling our girlfriend's boobs. What's that? Spooky shit? Demonic possession? Sorry, could you repeat all that for me again? I'm drunk. Scary. But a lot of things have been doing good for me lately. So much so I've started drawing again. And I shared the thing I was working on, and I started getting compliments from people that are much better artists than me. And that made me feel nice. Okay. So here's what we learned last time. Our girlfriend, really loves Tech War because we had 2 Tech War scenarios. For some reason, she really liked Operation Snake Eater and weird historical fiction and Lord of the Flies. And she flicks the bean to Mac Bolan, the Executioner. Our girlfriend is like way the fuck out there, you know what I mean? Alright. Alright. Okay. Welcome back, Mr. Freeman. We missed you. It has been several weeks since you last attempted to save your girlfriend's vagina. And now a legendary sacred animal, Fila. Vengeance and a curse from 18 years ago. Fila. What, what is that word? What is that fancy word that means penisy again? Oh yeah, phallic. A legendary sacred animal. Phallic. Vengeance and a curse from 18 years ago are brought back today. Your past experiences have no meaning here. I will erase your memories of all the penis that's about to head your way. And trust me, Mr. Freeman, it's going to be a lot. Now go. Your girlfriend is waiting for it. I'm walking in the deep forest with a map in my hand. Human expectation has not reached this forest. But it gives me an impression of unease rather than a feeling of nature's freedom. Because nature, man, you're fucking scary. Alone for half a day in the dim forest makes me imagine that something is crawling up my leg or someone is assaulting me from behind, which is a very weird and specific thing to imagine. Before I knew it, I was quickly walking. I thought I walked enough to find Dr. I'm sorry, Dr. what? Dr. Rosensteiner's. Dr. Rosensteiner? Dr. Rosenstein? Dr. Rosensteiner? I know that's how it's said, but it still feels like I'm saying it wrong. It feels physically wrong. Maybe it's because I don't have enough German people in my life. Dr. Rosensteiner? Rosensteiner? Yeah. I thought I walked enough to find Dr. Rosensteiner's house. Okay, but I didn't. I thought I found my way through the forest, but I didn't. Why would someone live in such an eerie place? Hello, I am Dr. Rosensteiner, and this recording is my attempt to translate in English the text passages of the Necronomicon. And it's the Evil Dead, Conda, lines, except it sounds angry in German. I recall the short profile of the doctor. Michael Rosensteiner, who was born in the year 19XX, so he's a Mega Man character, who died in the year to be determined. What a very strange fucking way. What a very strange way to present this information. Biologist, a researcher of phallic shit, a large carnivorous animal shaped like a penis with wings, similar to a griffin. It's like a giant winged cock and balls with teeth and claws. Are the claws like attached to the balls? Ball claws? It's got the ball claws. His theory voids the established theory. His theory voids the established theory of evolution through his discovery of phallic, which is publicized as a living fossil. Look, evolution is fake and lame because sometimes weird shit just happens. I mean, look at the fucking platypus. I mean, it's got a duck bill, a beaver tail, it lays eggs, and it's fucking venomous. And you need a holy hand grenade to kill it. Like, where in evolution does the platypus belong, okay? The platypus is very much, God hitting random on the character creator. Very little is known about him, and despite all of these accolades and all of this well-documented research that he's done, and being a public figure, very little is known about him. I need you to track someone down for me. They call him the Man with No Name. His name is Tim. He's a master of disguise. Here's a picture of what he looks like. He's also notoriously hard to find. Here's his street address and his current phone number. He lives in the Alfargen forest with his only daughter. Phallic, a very rare animal, piqued interest by its appearance and the story of its capture more than the research did. It's just like a big cat with wings. It was 18 years ago. I was a student then. I was excited to hear the stories of the mysterious beauty and power of the large and winged phallus. Some people said that phallus was worshipped as a sacred animal in Zaire, and if it stared into the eyes of a person, that person would lose his will and his ability to think. So a giant cock and balls with wings and teeth looks you in the eye, and you just suddenly lose the power to think and do stuff? That's not mind control. That's just fucking that's just you questioning all your life decisions. Like, why is this happening? Your brain trying to process the word why. Why are you here? Why does that thing exist? Why is it here? Why is God is merciful and loves us? Does he allow such a creature to occupy this world? And while confused, you fall asleep. So what we've learned, Fila is apparently a winged penis monster that can seemingly disguise itself as a cat. It's probably the only prey of the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple penis eater, and not much else. While we're racking up completion flags, our girlfriend is racking up red flags. I think once we've saved her soul, I think we should break up. The reason I'm waiting until after we save her soul is I don't want people thinking I have commitment issues. And then I can't finish what I start. Because my girlfriend has friends and they like to talk and I will never hear the end of it otherwise. You know why this motherfucker dumped her? Because she was at a low point in her life and he didn't want to help. I literally chased away fucking demons for her. Yeah, and you left her down in the dumps. That girl came over to my house and she was crying. She was crying for days. She was crying for days. You know, it was hard. It was hard. She was sad. The thing she was going through was difficult. But the thing that made it more difficult is that you were supposed to be there for her. You were supposed to take care of her and help her. I literally exorcised fucking demons from her vagina space. I had to go through her weird fucking Mac Bolan sex fantasy to save her. Yeah, and because every girlfriend has those friends. They are not your friends. They are her friends. And they are only her friends as long as they are as happy as she is. Or they are happier than her. Because if they are ever miserable or their life takes a downward spiral, they will make sure her life takes a similar spiral so that they don't get jealous at her for having her shit together. You know those people. Every gal has those friends. And if you're a gal and you're like, I don't have those friends, you have those friends. You just don't know it yet. And finally, Dr. Rosensteiner captured a phallus, despite objections of the local natives. Dr. Rosensteiner, you have managed to capture the phallus. Yes, it was quite a difficult task, yes. However did you catch it? I put out a giant vagina trap. He brought home this beautiful and rare animal by transporting it from the interior of Zaire and across the ocean. It was like an adventure story I read in childhood and made me very excited. However, reality did not seem to have been so exciting. And for a second I thought the creature they were talking about was Mara from Shin Megami. Yeah, Mara. Giant fucking penis chariot. The few interviews that I conducted so far presented only negative impressions. Look, I want you to know that I am not his friend, and I do not condone the capture and captivity of a giant winged penis creature. We know nothing about this creature and its eating habits. Does it consume the penises of other animals? Frankly, I don't know, and I'm going to assume yes. It's true that I used to be his friend, but he stopped associating with me since he came back from Zaire. I have no idea why he did. As far as I know, he broke off the relationships with all of his friends. When he just got back from Zaire, I happened to see him and he looked as if he was sleepwalking, his eyes looking nowhere. I was concerned and went to talk to him, but he didn't even turn around. Because he wouldn't turn around, no. He just mumbled, "Forget about me," and went away. What? An interview with Dr. Rosensteiner? Give me a break. I don't want to be reminded about ancient history, such as the Doctor and other related topics, like his daughter, whose age we don't know, so we will not make any jokes about her one way or another until we can confirm that age. Look, I don't know how old his daughter is. I don't know why you keep asking me about this, okay? I don't know if she's underage or over 18. I'm just saying that you should be very careful and not make any very lewd jokes about her until you confirm otherwise. Also, I would stay away from Rosensteiner. That dude's fucking crazy and German. Is he German? Just listen to his name. Rosensteiner. Listen to the way you're saying it. He has to be German. Are you gonna go see him for an interview? Why now? You promised we'd hang out and we'd do movies. Just between you and me, I think the doctor is a lunatic and a murderer. Of course, I don't base this on anything. So we're gonna go see The Talented Mr. Ripley, right? There was something kept from the public 18 years ago when he was considered a hero. It would be a scoop if you published it now, but that's all I can say. Of course, if you're willing to come home with me after The Talented Mr. Ripley, I can give you a little bit more, and then I scurried away. I saw many reporters who were covering the doctor die of strange... Okay, the reporters died. No matter how much no matter how much they pay, you should quit if you don't want to die. Look, JJ, I got a lead on this dude. He's got a flying fucking penis monster in captivity. It's got fucking teeth. It's got eyes. It stares into your fucking soul. Penis monster! Damn it, I want pictures of Spider-Man! Jamil, are you busy as usual? Hey, Robbie, I just finished the story this morning. Sorry to bother you when you're tired, but I really need your help very badly. Including the preparation, it may take about 2 weeks. Can you squeeze it in? What a strange way to phrase that, considering we're in a story about a giant flying penis monster. Just a minute, let me check my schedule. The caller was the editor of a magazine, Natureland. This is getting weird. He gave me an interesting assignment once in a while. Natureland is a serious magazine about nature and the environment, I assure you. I am a freelance writer. It is my policy not to decline any offer if my schedule permits. I looked at my appointment book and it looked pretty tight. Tight. I had to really force the appointment in there and squeeze it in. I think we finally found the weird gay romance novel that our girlfriend read. Normally I would decline, but my instinct told me to take this job. When my instinct picked a job, it always turned out to be exciting. I replied without hesitation. Okay, I can manage. What is it about? About Dr. Rosensteiner. You remember, that weird crazy German with the flying penis monster? He brought a strange animal from Zaire 10 years ago. And he's got a giant flying penis monster chained up in his yard. Sure, it was the phallus, right? I wanted to see it before it became extinct. After they discovered the animal, people started going to Zaire to hunt the phallus down. It turned out the phallus had many valuable parts. Various body parts of the phallus were traded on the Chinese black market as remedies and aphrodisiacs. Ah, yes. Phallus testicle jelly, yes. Very good. Cure erectile dysfunction very quickly. I don't know about this. I don't know about this, Tom. We decided to feature Zaire in our magazine. The headline read, Homo sapiens originated in Africa. We wanted the doctor to appear in the issue. As you may already know, he seems to be very hard to deal with. I think a lot of scholars are eccentric. Dr. Rossensteiner seems to be one of the worst ones. I hear he hasn't been seen anybody recently. It'll be alright. Anyways, I'm interested in the phallus. Do you have all the material? Well, the only material we have about the phallus is the doctor's research paper. I would like to read from you that paper. Holy shit, you guys, I was in Zaire and I found a giant winged penis monster. It also kind of looks like a big cat. I'm gonna catch it and chain it in my yard. And then I did. Wow, the doctor was very, succinct and to the point. For some reason, the party of researchers kept quiet about this. All we know is that he found the phallus in Zaire, and he brought it home after causing a lot of trouble with the natives and getting it through, quarantine and customs. And now he just keeps it chained up in his fucking yard like a guard dog. He just keeps it in his yard like a guard dog. Private property, beware of penis. It is off the subject, but I know he used to have a wife and 3 children. However, only 1 child survived. Is it a giant winged penis-shaped pit bull? Only 1. We want to cover these mysteries about him in this issue. That is why we chose you, Jamil. You are the toughest, the rootinest, the tootinest, the shootinest. Ah, I see. At least we made an appointment with him. I'll fax over his profile and the map to his house. I'll pay you double, so I expect you to get a good story out of you. Paying me double? That means it's gonna be a tough assignment. Ah, fiddlesticks. We haven't even gotten there yet, and no trespassing. Violators will be fucked. I promise you won't enjoy a single second of it. Like Zoink Scoob, it's the phallus! Run! Ah! There's a small church. Oh, okay, so... Can't go that way. Woo! At least these areas are like, super simple and easy to fucking navigate. It's not like a fucking obstacle course. Ugh. Put my ear against the door. Nobody's home. How about you fucking knock? What the hell is wrong with you, Jamil? I put my ear against the door. The door to the house with the lights on. There didn't seem to be anyone home. This is ridiculous. This is outrageous. Hey, Spencer. Ah! Hello. Oh, hello, that's me. Hello, I am Jamil. I'm a journalist, I think. Thank you for coming such a long distance. Hahaha. Coming. We make a lot of jokes like that here. At the house of the penis monster. Please come this way. My father is waiting for you. Take off your shoes. You won't need them here. I think I'll leave them on. Thank you. According to my pager, he's supposed to be 60 years old, but he looked even older. Besides, he's also very tired. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's me. Nice to meet you. I am Jamil from the magazine Natureland. Thank you for granting the interview. About the interview, is it alright with you if I begin right now? Oh, that's right. Are you from the magazine Natureland? You've come far. Did you get lost? No, I didn't. Thankfully. I am Rosensteiner. Did my beautiful daughter already introduce herself already? Her name is Eliza. Her age is not important. I think it's very important. They told me over the phone that the interview will take 2 to 3 days. I prepared a room for you. Eliza will show you where to put your belongings. Have her show you around the house. Let's start today's interview after that. Thank you, my dude. That's very kind of you. Please, come this way. Ha ha ha. Come this way. We tell a lot of jokes like that here at the Penis Monster House. Jamil, please come this way. I heard your father was a difficult person to deal with, but, that was actually kind of pleasant. People always misunderstand him. He is actually shy and takes good care of other people. Why do you talk like that? Talk like what? You look really fucking tired, like, strung out. Yeah, many things happened recently at the house of the penis monster. I wish he'd never gone to Zaire. Hey, do you know what was in Zaire? The flying penis monster chained out in the yard. If he hadn't gone there, that thing wouldn't be here either. I wonder if the two are related. If you don't mind, could you, tell me about it? Zaire or the flying penis monster? I'm sure my father will tell you about both during the interview. I feel my father will explain everything to you, Jamil. Very cool. This is the dining room. It is really too big for the two of us. That is the front door. Ah. I think we found the water closet. This is the only bathroom. You can use this one. Oh! I thought I'd wiped it thoroughly. I didn't notice the spot under the mat. What happened? The other day I cut my finger with a razor. I cut it pretty deeply and it bled quite a lot. And then I just kind of hung there because I was paralyzed by the sight of blood. Myrrh. That was a lot of blood for a finger. Also, this is a Eastern style bathroom. the undressing room. Okay, guys, this is really spooky. Somewhere in this house is a winged penis monster. We gotta be on the lookout for it. Ah! We store some of my father's collection here. Most of these are from Zaire. Is that the real penis cat monster? No, that is just a model for display. The real one is chained outside. You were fascinated by the phallus's magic, weren't you? Yeah, I couldn't keep my eyes off it. This phallus is stuffed and not alive, but still possesses so much power. Wait a minute, Dr. Rossensteiner stuffs. He stuffs his phallus. Is that cab? Because that sounds pretty cab. How much more power would the living phallus have had? My father and the people of the village were all fascinated by the phallus. Are you talking about the village where the doctor found the phallus? Yes, that is right. Phallus was the guardian for the people of Kalana. Kalana is geographically isolated from the rest of the world. Phallus and the people coexisted in the area peacefully for a long time. Winged penis monster made me think of Skewer the Winged Beast from Cod Blops. The peaceful life of Kalana was destroyed by my father and his party. If only they had just let the penis monster be. Why? Why did they have to bring the penis monster home? What are the stick and mask for? You should keep your hands off them. They used to belong to a shaman of Kalana, Zanu. They were made of phallus's feathers, claws, and skull. They seem eerie. It's quite natural for you to feel that way because if they used to belong to a shaman, I'm sure they were used for spells and prayer. I also heard that Zanu killed himself. That makes me even more afraid of them. The shaman killed himself? Well, why did he do that? I don't know. Probably because my father captured their flying penis monster god. You should ask Dad about it during the interview. So the witch doctor told me, please do not take away our god, the phallus. He is our god and our protector. And I told him I wasn't going to listen to a bunch of, witch doctory hullabaloo. That there was a museum there was a museum up in upstate New York run by a rich socialite who had paid big money to have a giant penis monster stuffed and mounted on his patio. Huh. When I come here, I feel I can understand why my father pursued the phallus. Hmm. Am I allowed to leave now? Oh, thank God. There is a toilet next to the stairs. We are sorry it's not in the washroom. For some reason, I got a bad feeling about this shaman mask. You always say that, failure. You always say I got a bad feeling about this drop. This is your room. I hope it's not too small. That is my room. Please don't hesitate to come in if you need me. You're over 18, right? I feel like this is a trap, you know? We got a fucking doctor. We're here to interview him about capturing a giant winged penis monster. He's got a young daughter, and we don't know how old she is. I feel like this is a trap. You know, lots of secret innuendo. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I wish I could take a little nap, but I gotta do the interview first. Brr. This is Eliza's room. I don't need to go there now. Please be 18. Please be 18. I'm begging you. 18 or older. Okay. It's this room. I was wrong! Oh no! Aha! I've been waiting for you, Mr. Jamil. Did you see my penis monster? Did you like it? The doctor is looking at me with vacant eyes. Um. Huh. Okay. Maybe there's something in my bedroom I gotta do. Hmm. So after we do this, we have like one more demon door. So we got like two more stories, and then our I think we're done. Girlfriend is safe. I put down the briefcase and hung my jacket in the closet. I pulled out a notepad and wrote on some memos. Memo 1. Is the great amount of blood in the bathroom really Eliza's? Did she really prick her finger, or did she just is that like lady blood? Like from her thing. Memo 2. What was that feeling when I touched the mask? It made me feel really uncomfortable. Memo 3. If there's a giant penis monster chained out back, scaring the local children, why haven't I heard any noise? And what's with the claws on the fangs of that stuffed phallus? Memo 4. Why did the shaman kill himself? Memo 5. If Brontosaurus Ribs flips the car, how come Fred orders them every episode? Why did the doctor who always refused to see people agree to be interviewed? My instinct as a reporter was telling me that there was something wrong. Ah, Jinkies. I got a mystery to solve. We're gonna have to split up and look for clues, guys. Alright. Spencer, you and Failure take the upstairs. Daphne and Velma and I will go upstairs and check the bedroom. Scooby and Shaggy, you go out and check the shed where the penis monster is supposed to be locked up. Like zoinks, man! The scary penis monster's out there! Yeah. I hear it's pretty vicious, too. Good luck. Ah, cool, there's no one else here. Alright. Maybe now the doctor will speak to me. Dr. Rossensteiner. I hope so, because we've been playing this game for an hour already, and we've gone, like, nowhere. There's a couple people in chat going, I can't wait for tonight's raid, man. I got a fucking penis monster raid message just waiting. Did Eliza show you around the house? Sure did. Can we start the interview now, please? I'm very uncomfortable and I wish to go to sleep. Sure. I believe the editorial staff at Natureland told you about the point of the interview. I would like to ask you mainly about Zaire, but we're going to talk about some other things too, such as how old is your daughter? First of all, how old is your daughter? When I was young, I went between Africa and Zaire many times. Not what I asked, but I visit Zaire often. But 18 years ago, I stayed there for a long time in search of the phallus. I heard you formed a large search party then. Did you have to leave somebody behind to take care of your daughter? Because she is over 18. Yes, I did. I was going to stay for a while, so I brought my family. I was stupid. Did anything happen to them? They were killed in Kalana, Zaire. Kalana? That's the village where you found the phallus, wasn't it? Yes, my wife and 2 children were killed there. 18 years has passed, but I still remember those days like yesterday. Were they killed by an epidemic? No. There was some trouble with the people in Kalana when I tried to catch the phallus. They were killed then. Where was Eliza born? In Kalana. She was born 1 month before my wife was killed, which means she's 18. She's 18. God took my wife and 2 children, but he left Eliza with me. Should I stop the interview? I'm sorry. remembering my wife and children, I can't continue the interview. Can we do this tomorrow? Perhaps my adult of age, of consent daughter can be of assistance in keeping you entertained this evening. What a strange thing to say. No problem. I am sorry I asked such painful questions. That's quite alright. You're positive your daughter's 18, right? You have some time before dinner. Why don't you, take a walk to my daughter's room? Her milkshake brings the boys to the yard, as they say. I don't know how to feel about you. Like, did you drag me all the way here to get me laid? That's the soundtrack. That's how it sounds to me. Ah! She still hasn't cleaned this up yet. Damn it, it's just unsanitary. What if somebody wanted to take a bath? Yeah, hopefully not outside where the fucking the living phallus is chained up. Can't believe my dude had a penis monster stuffed and mounted. Cheesy wheezy. Liza, your father told me you were 18. I wanted you to confirm. I don't need to go in there until I know she's 18 for sure. Because we're in a gray area now where all this took place 18 years ago, and she was born at that exact time. So this could be like a difference between like months. Like, you know, she's 18 now versus she's 18 next month. We're in some very, you know... Ah! Oh God, it's loose! The church bell. The beast is loose! Grab your cocks and shut the locks! The beast is loose! Oh God. The horror. Ah, I forgot the doctor's house is like straight down. So, I actually wish Brother Mouse was here because he probably know the answer to this. If you're bitten by a giant winged fucking, penis monster with claws. Uh, does that mean that you turn into like a were penis when the moon is full? An American were penis in London. This is like a silent. Whoa! Ah! Wing! It was obvious that the priest was dead. The priest's black robe was slashed with some kind of edged tool, and the blood, which was spewed from his body, had already dried out, turning dark red, and his eyes were gouged out mercilessly. Um. Huh. Guys, I think the penis monster killed the priest. But why would a priest be fooling around with a giant penis monster? This doesn't make any sense. I guess we could go tell the doctor that, his penis monster is loose to get his fucking elephant gun. So you suddenly find yourself, in Zaire, when all of a sudden you run across the phallus. Now, you think it's like a Tyrannosaurus because everyone thinks that all wildlife is like a Tyrannosaurus and that if you don't move, he can't see you. But he sees you, he knows you're there, and you're panicking and you're worried, but the attack doesn't come from the front, it comes from the side. From the two other penis monsters, you didn't even know you were there. Because your penis monster is a pack hunter. Known for clever tricks and tactics. The penis monster is also known for attacking you with this. A 6-inch retractable claw located on each testicle. Perhaps he'll slash you here. Maybe here. Or across the belly, spilling out the intestines. Or gouge your eyes out. It's fond of doing that, especially to priests. The point is, you are alive when the penis monster is inside you eating you. I need the fucking. I need the voice clip of Shinji looking at his fucking hand after he jerked off to Asuka. He's like, man, I'm fucked up. I just need the soundbite. I don't need any of that other stuff. Man, I'm fucked up. What? The priest? Killed by my penis monster? That's impossible! My penis monster is out back and is quite flaccid, I assure you. Was somebody else killed? Killed by the penis monster? Yes, he was the third victim. Oh, God. Third? How many people live out here? Well, there used to be 3 more people before the priest died. Was the priest slashed many times and his eyes gouged out? Yeah. The other people were killed the same way? That's terrible. The police are saying that the wounds could be from a bear. But it can't be a bear. The penis monster ate all of the bears on this mountain. A bear wouldn't gouge your eyes out, would it? Doctor, are you alright? Maybe you should rest a little. It's been a very traumatizing night for all of us. I will report to the police myself. Please do. Thank you. The phone is in Eliza's room. Have her call for you. While I'm in Eliza's room, I'm going to find out if she's 18. Who would have thought that if you find a giant, wild, penis monster with wings and razor-sharp talons and bring it back to civilization, it'll murder people? Can I talk to you for a second? Eliza, are you 18? Also, I need to call the police. Has anything happened? The priest was murdered at the church. Now, are you 18? Oh, no. No, you're not 18? Eliza, I need to know. We need to know what kind of jokes we can tell about you. Also, there's a killer on the loose, and we must report this to the police before there's another victim. We also must find out your age before there's another victim. Oh no. What's wrong? The phone isn't working. Where's the police station? It's in town 50 miles away. And the prom is tonight. Whoa! May I use your car? What? Are you leaving now? Yeah. There's a fucking winged penis monster out there with razor-sharp talons. Please, put it off until tomorrow. I don't feel safe staying home with only my father. Then let's go into town. What are we talking about this for? Besides, the car isn't in good shape. I don't want it to break down before you get there. Okay. I left Eliza's room. That's fucking weird. That's really fucking weird. There's something here. Guys, I'm genuinely freaked out. Why is our girlfriend reading fucking horror stories about giant winged penis monsters with teeth and sharp claws? Sharp retractable claws? Fucking velocipenis? Also, can we actually make enough dick jokes tonight that the dick joke actually becomes unfunny? We're on our way. It's getting late. I can't sleep. I tossed and turned in bed and finally fell asleep. Was it you who called me a little while ago? Was it you who called me a little while ago? Who the hell are you? It's I, BillyWitchDoctor.com. I come to help you with giant penis monster. Perhaps revive dead? Chicken? Arise, chicken! Chicken, arise! Everyone in chat, please hold hands. Say with me now. Arise, chicken! Chicken, arise! Arise, chicken. Come on, you gotta say arise, chicken. Arise, chicken! Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken. Come on, chat. Arise, chicken. Arise. Arise, children. Arise. Chicken will not arise because everyone not participate. That's okay. Arise. Say, arise, chicken. Arise. Anyway, also I thought you were dead. BillyWitchDoctor.com prefer this for tax purposes. Body perish, but soul did not, is what I tell taxmen. Now I move more freely than before. It is like Star Wars, more powerful than you can imagine when dead. Unlike you who regard yourself as civilized, I understand the bounty of Mega Ultra Chicken. And, so why are you here? I just come to hang out, say hi, and, let you know that, Russensteiner is crazy. I can't hang out with you anymore because you touched my mask. If you want to know more, you should hold the stick and wear the mask. Do some dances. It will be funny. I'm not responsible for what happens after that. I woke up. What is a dream? Was I truly visited by BillyWitchDoctor.com? My body was soaked with what I hoped was sweat. What did he mean by his pledge to the doctor? I have come to give Doctor my pledge. And he gives him like some cleaning solution. It's a bottle of pledge. Dr. Rossensteiner likes the lemon pledge. Oh. Oh, we're gonna unga bunga. Grasping the cannoli mask of power, Jamil becomes a bionicle. Where am I? Where are you taking me? Zanu, you gave us so much trouble. Now that you were caught, the rest of your people are easy to handle. You shouldn't have gotten in the way, but cooperated with us to capture the penis monster. You would have been spared from this. It's your own fault. Do not curse us for this. Mega Ultra Chicken, come defend me. Arise. Arise, Mega Ultra Chicken. Save me from this. Oh, crap. Zanu? No, I am not Zanu. I tried to scream, but I didn't I tried to scream, but I had no mouth. And then, my master started talking against my will. Poor fellows. We are of different tribes, but we are still Zaire natives. You became blinded by money and helped them. Moreover, you are trying to capture the phallus. Even if I don't curse you, phallus will. Penis will be your undoing. You don't need eyes that you can't see the truth. The one eye of the phallus. Untie me, and I will destroy them all. Zanu, if you don't shut up, I will destroy your eyes. Go ahead if you dare, you stupid people. What? Ah! Jamil! What happened? You're yourself again. What is the matter with you? At this time of night and looking like this. Eyes. My eyes. What's wrong with your eyes? Take me to the eye cleaning station, please. My eyes are burning. Oh, so Eliza, you probably wouldn't believe me, but I had a dream that I was Zanu, and they cut his eyes out because he thought they were lame. You must have had a nightmare after seeing the murdered priest. That's totally normal. You should go to sleep. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But are you 18? Oh. Well, that was a trip. Huh. So, okay. That's my room. Man, you guys are gonna have like a really funny raid message. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what it is. It's gonna be so funny. Alright. So, I play a gacha game, a waifu gacha game. I play Nikkei. Do you guys want to watch me play that at some point? Because, the story on it is actually pretty good. The characters are actually pretty... The world is really cool, but it's, like, super fucking depressing. And it's, like, all these waifus are sexy as hell. And some of their stories range from that was funny to that was wholesome to oh my god, this is fucking depressing. Why are you telling me this? Like their world is just very sad. Like it's very well developed and the lore is like pretty consistent, except for like a few minor things. But it's possible I just need more information. But I want to know what you think about it. What was that feeling? The pain of bound hands and pierced eyes was so real. My mind raced, and then I fell asleep. It's I, BillyWitchDoctor.com. Did it hurt? When I slash ho 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 ho. BillyWitchDoctor.com. What happened just now? It was what happened when I still had body. After that, I was taken to Rosensteiner, and stick and mask were taken from me. I could no longer summon Ultra Mega Chicken. I could no longer make chicken arise from the dead. They possess power to calm Phallus, too. You killed yourself because of despair, because your eyes were damaged, and your stick and mask were taken away? No, actually it was accident. I wandered into traffic because could not see. Hit by Chevy. Very sad. Was the Chevy okay? Yes. Alright. Despair is a word for weak people. I threw myself into a burning house in front of Rossensteiner because I wanted to get rid of body, because bodies suck. Body is so last summer. So much more trendy to be sold. With Lemon Pledge. I looked at the clock. Very little time had passed since I went to bed. I wonder what he meant by Lemon Pledge. I should visit the doctor's office. One of these days I'm gonna lie down to bed and actually go the fuck to sleep. But it is not today. We need some music that doesn't fucking suck. Hey. No, you were right. The Ghost of the Witch Doctor was in it. Dr. Colin Mockery. Eliza woke me up and told me something happened in the phallus room. Yeah, I came to ask about that. What? Doctor, to tell you the truth, I met with BillyWitchDoctor.com and I talked to him. What? That can't be true. He told me he had Lemon Pledge for you, but I don't know what he meant. He appeared in a dream and told me to wear the stick and mask in the phallus room, to shake it. And then I saw him. I saw BillyWitchDoctor.com, whose eyes were destroyed by you and your party of 5. Well, that's not true. Doctor, tell me what really happened, please. I was going to tell you sooner or later. I was gonna hope you'd bed my daughter so I could blackmail you with it first, but I suppose that's out of the picture now. That's why I accepted your interview. To make you my unwilling puppet. But I couldn't make up my mind to tell you, Net. But I don't think I have a choice anymore, since you're clearly not going to sleep with my daughter. I have an idea about the recent killings. I was stunned at the unexpected development of the story. I wonder if the murders have anything to do with, BillyWitchDoctor.com. When I was doing research on the ecology of large carnivorous animals, I heard a rumor about an unimaginably beautiful animal in Zaire. I didn't pay attention to it at first, but the more I heard about it, the greater my desire to capture it. When I summarized all the rumors, it directed me to a specified location. It was 18 years ago when I organized a large hunting party and went there. As I told you before, I also took my wife and children. When we arrived there, I found out Kalana was a mysterious place. Because it was completely segregated geographically from the surroundings, it had a different pace of evolution from the rest of the world. I still vividly remember how I was stunned the first time I saw the phallus. Giant, erect, throbbing, but veiny. Quite veiny. To be more accurate, It was like feeling of awe towards God. Yeah. I can see that. I strongly felt that I had to bring it home by all means. This giant creature of talon and tooth and cock and balls. That was when my wife gave birth to our baby. Here is a 3D printed mock-up of what our baby looked like. Eliza was born about this time of year in spring. Oh, it's May now, so it was exactly 18 years ago. I didn't realize Eliza turned 18 this month. She is 18! Guys, we have confirmation. We have confirmation Eliza is 18. We can now joke about her in a sexual manner. And it's A-okay. Hold on. Let's fucking go! Wait a minute. You telling me that there's a fucking white woman hanging out with a giant penis monster just, chained up? Well, this can't be good, especially if she's unsupervised. Hey, Lamau! Begin the hoe jokes! I was convinced that the baby's birth was a good omen regarding the phallus. As you all know, the phallus, the symbol of the penis and fertility and making babies, and then a baby happened, and so we're gonna catch us a penis monster. People in Kalana who were friendly to us at first changed their attitude drastically and started getting hostile towards us when they found out what we were doing there. They gave us explicit and implicit pressures and obstructions so that we would go home. Look, do not rouse the penis monster, okay? The phallus is cool. The thing has razor-sharp teeth and talons on every testicle. Every day, the phallus consumes the meat of an entire cow. The most aggressive one was the shaman, BillyWitchDoctor.com. It was quite natural because he was in charge of the worship of the phallus. I didn't want to fight. I wanted to bring the phallus home peacefully. I wished to covet the phallus. It was so glorious. But it was impossible. Among the hunting party were soldiers. I knew that there would be some casualties among the natives if we fought, but one day we succeeded in capturing the phallus. That was when BillyWitchDoctor.com and others of the Kalana attacked us. When I think about it now, they were probably simply trying to free the phallus. To unleash the beast. But we didn't think so at the time. The battle had begun, and it was over in an instant. Tired and spent, the phallus lay down in its bondage. Arrows and swords are used against modern weaponry. Once the battle started, I couldn't stop it. Kalana was almost completely destroyed. And then, BillyWitchDoctor.com was brought in front of me. His eyes had been destroyed. The half-dead Billy cursed me. Phallus, the one you are taking with you is sure to cause you harm. 18 years from now, when your newborn baby has grown up, Phallus will revive and kill you all. And Billy shook off the men who were holding him and jumped into his house, which was on fire. In that battle, my wife and 2 children were killed by stray bullets. Only our party had guns, so they were killed by our own people. In despair, I came home with the baby, who had survived the battle, and with a caged phallus. Those tragedies were caused due to my insistence in capturing a phallus. If I hadn't pressed it, the people in Kalana, my family, wouldn't have died. My soul has known no peace for these past 18 years due to my sense of guilt, and the fact that I have a giant caged penis monster with teeth and claws. chained outside like it's a guard dog. Every now and again, I have to go out there and chase white women away. I don't understand why it's only ever white women. No one knows. The face of Billy, WitchDoctor.com, glaring cursingly at me with his destroyed eyes, still appears in my dream every night. The body with the eyes gouged. It's been exactly 18 years since then. That's as many as 8 plus 10. Can you count to 18? Billy can't, because he's dead. I didn't know you had been carrying such a burden in your heart, sir. Who do you think is the killer behind these homicides? I have no idea. But I'm sure it has something to do with the incident at Kalana. Since I am a scientist, though not a very good one, I don't believe in unscientific phenomena such as curses or magic. I believe that someone who is alive is trying to revenge the incident which happened 18 years ago. If that's true, we must catch the killer as soon as possible. I believe that somebody's trying to revenge the incident. Pretty sure that said revenge. I will come with you. Well. Hoo-wee. Let's go. Yes, let's go. But first, let's go say hi to your daughter. Liza, taking your dad out. We're gonna go hunt the penis monster. I'll be back before dinner. Liza? You're not doing weird shit, are you? Your dad told me you might be a white woman. Professor, I'm concerned she's a white woman. You know how they can be. With animals. So a reporter and a sad, tired scientist are going to go out there and find a brutal murderer who might also just be a rabid penis monster that's on the loose. This is fine. This is Maisel's house. Maisel! She's not a normal white woman hoe. She a pog hoe. Oh no! Maisel! It's Rosensteiner! Open the fuck up! How many people live here? Mr. and Mrs. Maisel, their son, and the son's wife. Their son was the first victim, so he is not here anymore. So 3 people live here now. Right. Anyway, you should just break in. I'm breaking in! Oh, there's dead bodies here. I'm in negative space. Brr. Another body! Rosanna, Rosanna. This would be a lot easier if I wasn't in negative space. I don't know why it insists on putting me in negative space when there's a dead body. It's rated M. That's Mr. Basil, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh no, he's dead. He has died. Oh no, Mr. Maisel, no, he's killed. Who is this person? Mrs. Maisel. Doctor, there's a blood on the knife. Did she struggle to kill her? Blur. Have a look. Well, we barely looked anywhere, but we're still not finding any clues. Fucking jinkies the fuck, guys. Are we dealing with a curse? Or is somebody taking advantage of the history of the curse to scare off the local kids? Or is it possible that the penis monster is loose and killing everyone? Incoming raid. Let's go inside. This is Ruth's house.
Garbage day!
Oh, it's garbage day! Hey, raiders! Hey, Micah! Hello, everyone! Psycho Manus hates horizontal tango! Psycho Manus hates horizontal tango? Well, of course he does. He's a vertical kind of guy. He likes to get vertical. Ah, thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining my Ninja Empire. I need to get that alert working. We are playing Juggernaut, and who boy are we playing Juggernaut? We are currently investigating a murder that may have been inflicted by a curse caused by a giant winged penis monster. With claws and talons, as a part of a voodoo curse. I am not stuttering. That is a thing that we're doing. Girlfriend still a freak? Oh, you would not believe! This guy is a fucking scientist, although he's not much of a scientist, but he's German. Dr. Rosensteiner went to Zaire with his family to capture a giant winged penis monster with teeth and claws, and accidentally killed all the natives there in the process. And now he's kind of suffering the effects of a voodoo curse, where the monster may be here murdering everyone. It just keeps going deeper, just like the penis monster. We're hunting the phallus. Welcome to fucking Juggernaut, man. Juggernaut's a fucking ride. Oh, and for some reason, whenever we're investigating dead bodies, we're always in negative space. This is Doctor. His feather is also the phallus's. Oh, man. You're scared? You should be. You should be. Baron Cygnus, hello. It is the hour of the Juggernaut, and heaven help us. And we still got 2 more stories to go through to save our girlfriend from to stop our girlfriend and get her right with Jesus. Because this is literally too much. Like, really? I thought her weird sexual obsession with Mac Bolan, the Executioner, was weird. And it was. Not as weird as her sexual obsession with the Tech War novel series by William Shatner. But this. Yeah, ironically, a good approach to horror. Ugh. Liza! Yeah, you just stay where you are. Eliza! Where you at? Raiders, did you have a good time hanging out with Micah? Also, Micah, what'd you play? Let's see here. Boop. Yeah, so... There you go. He was playing the Twin Snakes? Nice. Very nice. Well, where am I supposed to go, Doctor? I guess I could take the Doctor and check out the church. Oh, man. Can't believe we have a small zone and we're hunting a voodoo cursed penis monster. And I bet all of you are alarmed that those words were uttered by somebody unironically. That is the kind of Here lies BillyWitchDoctor.com. He got shafted. I heard the church bell ringing, so I came here to find out why. I see. I remember the horrifying sight that I saw a little while ago and shivered. Doctor, we should go now. Alright. Hmm. Ooh, scary. We'll take a short break here in like 5-10 minutes. So I can go microwave some chili spaghetti. Wow. Oh no, I've entered the negative zone. Where it's really fucking hard to see clues. Alright. Look at this. This is a feather of the phallus. Why is it here? The killer may still be in the neighborhood. Let's go back to your house. It's dangerous to leave Eliza home. Eliza, your daughter who's 18 and has a pet giant winged penis monster chained up in the backyard. This isn't a disaster waiting to happen at all. Everybody's out there playing games, you know, playing Metal Gear, you know, playing Monster Hunter, or, you know, Grand Theft Auto or whatever. Ever read the Black Sad comics? No. I've never heard of that. But everyone's, you know, playing like fun video games. And we're here playing a game where a voodoo curse may be spawning an evil winged penis monster. A winged, cock and balls with talons and sharp teeth. Is vaguely cat-shaped. To stalk the local townspeople. That is a thing that we're doing. And that is something that you can only get here. Liza! Oh, Eliza. You are alright. What happened? You are out of breath. We looked around the neighborhood and it was horrible. Everyone's fucking dead. What? Listen, Liza. The killer may still be in the neighborhood. You should stay in your room and don't come out. Make sure you lock all the doors and the windows, and definitely don't come out to shit or get food. Okay. Doctor, we must go to the phallus's room. Something bothers me. Okay, let's go. I can't tell if that last sentence is sarcasm or not. Doctor, there was some blood-like spots on the phallus's claws and fangs. Was that the way it was when it was stuffed? It can't be. When I placed the phallus in the glass case, there was no blood. Doctor, I can tell this blood is fairly new, because it's not completely dry yet. Jamil, are you saying that this stuffed replica of my phallus that I keep chained up in the backyard killed everyone? No, at least, I don't know. I am way the fuck out of my element. I am a fucking reporter for a nature mag. And you have me trying to solve a fucking voodoo murder? If this phallus was alive, maybe, but this one isn't even real. How how could a replica animal attack living people? It's hard to believe. Shamans of Kalana could use magic to control a non-living thing, like giving temporary life to it. That's what I read in one of my father's journals. Eliza! I'm sorry to interrupt you. I came in because the door was open. I remember reading about it when I was organizing your papers before. Doctor, is it really so? Do you really just leave papers strewn about with no care in the world? People in Kalana believe their shamans could control the dead, as well as the living. But they're all dead now. Shows what they know. If they were so smart, how come they're dead? Doctor, but I think if BillyWatchDoctor.com was at fault, maybe it's possible? I don't have any scientific evidence, but I experienced Billy's life. That is the only thing I can think of. The blood attached to the claws of the phallus and the glass case can't be explained with common sense. Since we don't have any other clues at this time, and until we find the truth, we might as well keep an eye on the living phallus chained up in your backyard like a guard dog. I agree. Begone, white woman. Personally, I don't think that's possible. But if you insist so much, let's go out back and watch the phallus. Baller. So the doctor and I decided to take turns out back watching the phallus. We fired up the grill, cooked some steaks, got some beers, started playing some music, just being loud and general nuisances. At no point did we think to call the cops and report any of the dead bodies we found. It was football season. While looking at the phallus, the words of a newspaper reporter who covered the doctor 18 years ago crossed my mind. Just between you and me, the doctor's a psychopath. I saw so many people die of strange causes when they were covering the doctor. I shivered. Could the doctor be the killer? Or is the doctor controlled by BillyWitchDoctor.com? Jamil, are you up? Ah, Eliza, who is 18 or older. Why are you up in the middle of the night? Is the doctor the penis monster? So the doctor used the old... The doctor discovered that there was, oil built here on the property. However, he couldn't, sell it to, any refiners or any drilling operations so long as other people lived on the land. So he used the voodoo legend of the penis monster to try and scare off the locals. When they refused to sell, he just outright murdered them. Then tried to use the legend spread by the murdered locals to scare the local kids and keep them away. And I could have gotten away with it too. If it weren't for you meddling kids. I tossed and turned in bed, but I was wide awake. Can we have some tea together? Sure. I'll be glad to. I was getting bored by myself. After you have a cup of tea, you should go back to your room, though. Okay, I will. We talked while we had the tea that Eliza prepared. When we talked for about 30 minutes, I had Eliza return to her room. Eliza, thank you for the tea. You should go back to your room and go to sleep, because this is some weird fucking shit, and I really need everyone to be secured in their room, away from me, because I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here, man. I am a fucking Nature magazine reporter investigating a fucking voodoo curse. and waiting to see if this fucking, this fucking replica animal comes to life and murders me. What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? The doctor is the human disguise of an ancient eldritch fertility god. Yes, I will. Good luck and good night. Eliza said she couldn't sleep, but she probably troubled herself to prepare tea for me. Ever since Eliza was born, she encountered one tragedy after another. I sincerely pray for her happiness against all odds. My eyelids started feeling heavy as I was thinking. I sat down, talking to myself and thinking it was strange that I became so sleepy. Oh no! Shit! Oh fuck! We fucked up, guys! We fucked up! Oh damn, we fucked up! We shouldn't have had that tea! Oh hell no! She a white woman, she done fucking slipped as a Mickey! When I woke up, I'd found myself dozing off in the chair. How much time had passed? We got the bad ending. Doctor? Eliza? She's gonna build... She'll give us a hot Cosby. Everything was fine, and then she came in and gave us some fucking tea, and then we passed out. We're supposed to be keeping watch. Oh, fuck! I stood there petrified, but I was not sure for how long. I wonder if Eliza is okay. Guys, I think she's gonna kill Cosby us. Instead of Bill Cosby, she's gonna kill Cosby us. Man, I'm a reporter for a nature mag. What am I even doing here? Can't believe it. It was the white woman all along. I should have known. We should have known. Hey, Eliza. Hi, Jamil. You look pale. What's wrong? Cool, you're not murdered. Eliza, did you murder your father? No! Eliza, I am confused. Only you and I are left except for the killer, which means it's one of us. And people were dying before I got here. Let's get out of here. I didn't stop her. Maybe she'll keep herself bussy for now. Sorry, busy. I read that as bussy. I'm sorry. This game is doing things to me. I'm becoming as degenerate as my girlfriend. Yeah, go make some sandwiches. Don't forget to cut the crust off of mine. Jamil, please have some tea. No. No, I'm good. Eliza made me tea. I had... No! You drank the tea! Eliza, night's watch started to get to me. I became sleepy after I ate. I think I'll sleep for just 1 hour. Please go back to your room and lock the door and stay there. Okay, understood. You should rest. Chicken is cooking. I guess, so yeah, I am convinced that it is Eliza. You know, them white girls, they get into spirituality, they get into voodoo and witchcraft and crystals and chakras, and next thing you know, they're, killing people to fulfill voodoo curses. I can't write anything down. Just go to sleep. I pretended to drink the tea while I was waiting for her. I recalled a few things while waiting for Eliza. Eliza's finger was injured. Maisel's wife hurt the assailant with her knife. I became sleepy suddenly after I had tea that Eliza prepared. And, Billy's curse. That said, 18 years from now, when the baby is fully grown, the phallus will revive and kill you all. I thought that when the baby is fully grown was just an expression, but it was as literal as it implied. The baby Eliza will be fully grown in 18 years. She turned 18 this month. Billy must have put a curse on Eliza. Unga bunga! I was waiting for you to come, Eliza. Were you waiting for me to kill you? Billy, you possessed Eliza, didn't you? Get out of her body, you fucking weirdo! It's pretty convenient to have a body. I can't let it go just yet. I've never been a white girl before. It's exciting. You ever just stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself naked? Now that she's 18, I can. And let me tell you, brother, it's glorious. You're sick, Billy. You're fucking sick. This is both silly and creepy at the same time. Besides, I will kill this girl when her body is no longer of use to me. But first, I'm gonna take her to college and have a college experience. Aren't you curious? Haven't you ever been curious about what it's like? You know, on the other side? No? No, Billy, I don't, I can't say that I have been. Would I let Rosensteiner's lineage continue? The doctor told me about it. That wasn't what he planned and desired. That tragedy happened due to circumstances over which the doctor had no control. Silence! It was caused because Rosensteiner wanted phallus. He was root of all evil. If only Rosensteiner had not come, Kalana would have continued to enjoy a long, peaceful history of warring with neighborhood tribes. Even if Doctor didn't pursue phallus, Oh, even if I hadn't pursued the phallus, somebody else would have opened the door to Kalana someday. Besides, no matter how tragic the incident might have been, if you consider it as the seed for happiness, that tragedy would be able to be converted to greater happiness. You are merely increasing the tragedy by using it as armor. What? I have heard enough preaching. You will be next offering to Phallus. What's going on with Eliza? She is sleeping. Otherwise, I cannot control body as wish. I will cast you away from Eliza with the power of Christ in anime. Are you crazy? You are not even awake. How are you going to do it? I promised the doctor that I would protect Eliza. Try it and learn your weakness. Sorry, Billy, I've got the power of God and anime on my side. Perhaps Eliza is controlled by Billy, by the stick and the mask. I must destroy both the stick and the mask without hurting Eliza. What? Ah, fuck a sword! Not so fast, Skeletor! I have the power! Whoa! Eliza. Hello, I'm your girlfriend's demon. This is a really weird sexual fantasy, so thanks for fulfilling it. I'm gonna get out of here. Bye. Eliza, are you alright? Eliza! Mama! Huh. Duck Station kicks ass. Oh, that was crazy. Man. I can't believe the white woman was the fucking voodoo penis monster the whole time. We should have known, though. We should have known. Right, not this way. This led to the Mac Bowling room. The only one we have left is the room where we have to use the map given to us by the Psycho Clown Pinball. Red knobs is up and blue knobs is down. Alright, I'm trying to find the picture I took of the map. One sec. Okay. You know what other game had disc changes like this? Fear Effect. Repeated experiments with no ethics are performed in a huge prison. Your past experiences have no meaning here, Mr. Freeman. I shall erase your memories because it's just a thing that I do. Use much caution. There are more dangerous things out there than winged penis monsters. What a strange thing to say. I am a special undercover officer. As the name suggests, I secretly deal with incidents that may cause panic or turmoil among the civilians if they become public. This assignment seems risky because it's called for the chief's attention. We call the chief by the name M. Some say his name was too long, so it was shortened. The chief seems to rather like it. Well, that aside, I districtly departed from the port that M specified for a so-called KR prison island. After the things we've seen so far, erasing our memories is probably the absolute kindest thing G-Man can do for us right now. Right? A regular route does not exist, so an escort shift travels when needed. KR is my assignment this time. I was recalling M's words while vacantly looking at the crests of dark waves. Oh no. Let me ask a question before I give you orders for this top secret assignment. Oh my god. This is probably the most normal thing we've seen. Guys, I think our girlfriend is just a bibliophile. I think she just has weird sexual fantasies about random books she reads. I think this is Ian Fleming's James Bond. Which, James Bond is at least understandable for a sexual fantasy. Like, it's not the weirdest thing, like fucking Tech War by William Shatner, but... Or, sexual fantasy about Mac Bullen the Executioner, but at least it's kind of understandable. You remember hearing any information about the island KR lately? So she fucks paper? No, she gets her sexual jollies by reading books. Reading books makes her horny. No, sir. Is that right? Even an elite officer like you doesn't know. That's quite natural. Let me talk about the KR's jailer, PI 505G. My face when a reasonable sexual fantasy trips us up for a moment. Do you understand how the fucking shit we've been through for that to happen? Like, oh, by the way, your girlfriend thinks James Bond is really sexy, and if, a chance to have sex with James Bond came up, she would totally take it. Oh, that's compared to every fucking thing else we've been through at this point. Holy shit. I'm sorry, what was that? I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking to the chat. I just told you, a jailer. Everyone there is called by an ID number. I'm sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention. Never mind. Regarding PI 505G, I received unfavorable information about him. Seems that inhuman acts are performed inside the prison. I want to say nothing was as inhuman as M's demands, but it was obvious that he would just be yell at me, "Be serious, 007." So I just pretended that I was listening intently. We have not collected any firm evidence, so we can't send in a control officer. You must sneak into KR and investigate the actual conditions. Then, if it is deemed necessary, I will send a control officer. Due to the nature of this investigation, you must accomplish it alone. This matter must be reported directly and solely to me. You do not report it to your liaison officer. Oh, and one more thing. Remember, you are the only one who can protect you. It will be a dangerous assignment, so be careful. Why am I being sent alone if it's going to be so dangerous? Are you paying attention to what I'm saying? Why? Yeah? Keep this with you at all times. It is vital to your mission. Fake ID card. The name inside KR will be H-Head 375K. That will work. And here's a uniform for you. Everyone wears some kind of uniform there. So you'll need to dress the part. Why don't you wear it now? You can change in front of me. Oh no. Oh no. Excuse me, sir. Do I leave immediately? Either put the uniform on or give it back to me. Yes, sir. That's not what I meant. I will. I reluctantly changed into the uniform. Yes. Yes, you change into that uniform, you dirty girl. Yes. Quite. You're quite filthy, yes you are. There is a boat ready in this location described on the sheet 007. And them handed me the memo. It says 11 o'clock. I've only got 30 minutes? You'll be alright. Run your little booty there and you'll get there in time. Run? Not by car or any other means of transportation? Are you saying you don't want to go? If you don't, yes, sir. I will go. Guys, I don't think we're in Dad's James Bond anymore. When I came back from my thoughts on M, the boat had already arrived in port. Wait a minute. Isn't this the prison that Mac Bolan broke into? The cave was dark and very large. Some places are glowing dimly. There may be some bioluminescent moss. We're breaking into the same prison. This isn't James Bond, it's Mac Bolan again. Maybe it's James Bond versus Mac Bolan. Trolling, sir. Yes, who are you? I am QER 647D of boat number 1. My Q is lowercase though. This went from what the fuck, my girlfriend's sexual fantasies are weird, to finally something normal for once, then back to wait, this is suddenly feeling a lot less normal. This is why we're breaking up with our girlfriend after this, because didn't you hear? Boat 1 is out of order, so boat 2 was sent as a prison's escort. I see. I shouldn't talk so much, otherwise I will show my ignorance. Ugh. What a strange noise for pushing a button. This prison, it's like a hospital. People in white uniforms are everywhere. As suspected. Seems obvious that PI 505G is operating something. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, no. Ugh. Hey guys, what's going on? Huh. Must wear the right uniforms to get in. Edelweiss. Hmm. Just can't go that way. Okay, I can confirm if we finish this fantasy and one other, we will be at the end of Juggernaut, and Juggernaut will be over. So we might have like one more session of Juggernaut to go. I'll give him a black belt move I learned in correspondence school. Judo chop! Judo chop, baby, yeah. Alright, Spencer. We're probably gonna go for another 15 minutes and do some cooldown. Kind of decompress. The man on the bed looks like a hedgehog. From head to toe, he was covered with silver needles. The needles were attached to small cords. They were bundled together. Man's body had leads that measured his blood pressure, pulse rate. and the back of his head was attached to a clear plastic tube. Half-naked man is tied to the bed. He has a gag in his mouth. And 4 men in white uniforms are surrounding him. The wall is covered with meters. And there are 2 more men in white uniforms, holding boards and checking the meter readings. There are 3 other men who are also taking notes and observing the procedures. And then 2 additional men after that. Needles are stuck into the most sensitive parts of his body. We will run electricity through them and check the correlation between the amount of electricity and the locations of the spots that are stimulated and the amount of endorphin secreted. It's an experiment to collect endorphin most effectively by stimulating the sensitive areas. What? I assume 100 subjects or so will give us enough data to determine the tendency. You over there, turn on the electricity now. Will he die? No, he won't. He will only faint. If we kill him, we won't be able to collect any more endorphin from him. I won't waste my subjects like those for people on the 4th floor. Don't you know this basic stuff? Are you still a student? Never mind. Turn it on. Wow. Yeah, there's some more fat electrician. What's in here? What's in your wallet? Another experiment was about to be started by the men in the white uniforms. There are 3 men by the bed, 3 more a little distance away, 3 more on the other side of them, and 3 more of them getting naked. Half-naked man is fixed to the bed face down. He has a gag in his mouth. His butt is raised into the air. The man is groaning and twisting his body constantly. That should be enough. Look at the meter. The frustration level is over 10. Means that he's itching badly where burned with sulfuric acid 3 hours ago. I will discuss the structure model of today's compound later. By the way, the alkaloid extracted from the lacquer trees was added today. You over there, give me the progress. Powered child fingers S. Talking to me? Yes, you. And hurry up. Now, shall we start? The object of this experiment is to check between the correlation between the amount of previous stimulation, the length of the waiting period, sudden relaxation, and the amount of endorphin secreted from the brain. The subject is suffering from extreme itching. His only wish right now is to be released from this itching. I believe he wouldn't mind dying just to have it relieved. However, we know that we can't get accurate data with this degree of itching. So I will stimulate the area with this powered child finger. To the point of being intolerable. We must continue giving stimulation until he reaches that point. You, over there, bring the big bear hand over. It's Big Bear! Itching at the maximum level will instantly be relieved. A sense of relief and freedom promotes endorphin to be secreted. You'll need me several dozen repetitions to obtain the data we need to make it happen. Here we go. Looks like PI 55G is conducting experiments to extract a substance called endorphin from the brain. I have no idea what kind of a substance endorphin is, but in order to collect it, I assume excessive stimulation must be given to the subject. While I was leaving the room, I was tempted to scratch all over my body. It was then that I remembered the movie Dark Angel, which is also known as I Come in Peace, starring Dolph Lundgren. These guys are just like the bad guy in that. They're trying to get drugs from this guy's brain. Hey. Hi. How's it going? I don't remember you. I came from the mainland recently. That's too bad. You could have gone anywhere else but here. Don't say that. Listen, I was in the bathroom a little while ago. A guard came in, and he suddenly gave me a karate chop on the side of my head. Well, I was passed out for a while. He even stole the uniform I was wearing, so I had to get another one. A security guard made me an investigator from the outside. When I reported to another guard, he rushed to check something. What are you talking about? State your ID number. My ID number is Ufinger441E. Ufinger441E, alright, it's registered. What about yours? I am HHead375K. 1 minute. Karate correspondence course, page 10. Super combination! What the? Judo chop! Obtained electromagnetic key. Time to biggity bounce. I come in peace, and you go in pieces. Ah. Anything happened? I know security guards are running. Well, as a matter of fact, judo chop! Hey, in the correspondence karate course, wasn't the mantis jab on page 25? Are you Ims? Wait, who are you? Im must have sent you because I didn't contact him earlier. Shit. It's just like him. He has no patience. Im double booked the job? What do you mean? IMWL. 1 week ago, I was told by Im to come here. There was a man who was to be assigned here that day, so I assumed his ID. Investigation's in progress, but I didn't report to him yet. He must have thought I messed up, so he sent you. A security guard is still looking for you, so let me put you in a cell for now. Later, I'll take you to the computer room so you can investigate what you must. What is on the upper floor? Computer room and the prison cells are there. Here, just let me put this on you. Pretend to be a prisoner. We got a prisoner transfer from cell block 1138. Hi. You seem to be alright. How could I be? Everyone here is doomed. What do you mean? I have no idea why a healthy guy like you came to this D cell. Because everyone starts from A, and they're moved from to B, to C, and finally to D. When people just come to A cell, they're still fine, but as time goes by, their strength or energy to live gradually depleted. People move from B to C to D. Nobody's ever come back once they were taken out of here. I don't know where they go. By the way, Grandpa, how old are you? I'm 29. 29. Everyone ages fast here. You, over there, get out. Excuse me? Not you, the other one. Oh well, see ya. Sorry to keep you waiting. Go to the computer room, go right, then go all the way down to the end. Time to save. And we'll chillax. Watch some history videos. And while we're doing that, we'll find somebody to raid. But it's official. We got one more play session at Juggernaut left. Soon.